So maybe you have students who know another language, or your clients, or you want to expand your clientele. Whatever your reason is, you want to be bilingual at minimum, or you want to be a polyglot and you want to travel and go to different countries and experience the countries more like a local than a tourist. If any of these fit you, you're probably on the road to becoming a polyglot or at least bilingual. Let's go ahead and see how you can become boldly bilingual. I am Senora Ines, and I want to help you. I am a multilingual. Uh, as of right now, I know 5 languages, but my goal is to know more. My goal is to get to 40, if I'm being honest. So here are some tips that I'm going to share with you so that you can go into becoming bilingual at minimum with the right mindset. Okay. So before we go ahead and get into all of this, I want you to go ahead and subscribe to this channel. If you're already subscribed, hype this video so that it can reach the right people. And if you haven't already, make sure you give it a thumbs up because it helps me to reach more people who are like you and want to be bilingual at minimum. So let's go ahead and get started. Um, First thing I want to tell you is you might be grown in your language, but you are a baby in the language you are learning. We call the language you're learning the target language. So you've grown in English, but you're a baby in Spanish. And that's important for you to remember. Why? Because, well, that takes me to my next point. You need to be okay with making mistakes in front of people and not letting you be embarrassed or um, letting your ego get in the way of you actually being fluent. Because the more mistakes you make, the more lessons you allow yourself to learn. And if you are okay with learning, you're going to be okay with the process it takes to be able to have a conversation with a native and understand that they're being patient with you while you are being patient with yourself. So I need you to remember you are a baby in the target language and you need to be patient with yourself. You didn't learn English in one day. You didn't learn it in 1 week or in 90 days, whatever the course says. Oh, if I take this course, I'll be fluent in this time. Yes, you might know all the rules to be fluent, but you might not have had enough practice, which you definitely have not had enough practice to be fluent. So, yes, you can know the grammatical rules that make you fluent, but you need to know you have to practice as often as you can every single time. Even if the person who speaks the other language speaks English to you, you need to be practicing because that's how you get better. Okay. I don't want you to just focus your energy on learning vocabulary. Okay. That's not the only thing you need to know. Oh, yes, you know how to say this word in Spanish. Like the other day, I went to one of my clients' house and she was showing me all of the vocabulary words that she put up from a long time ago when she started learning with a different teacher. And I think she was on YouTube University at that point. But she showed me some of the posts that she put up around the house to keep practicing with her kids. And I thought that that was like a great step. It is. It is something I tell parents to do. But this is how you take it further. You have to learn how to pronounce those correctly because instead of saying puerta, she said puta. And I was just like, what did you call me? And she was like, no, no, I was trying to say door. And I was like, oh, the word is puerta. So you need to not only learn the vocabulary, you need to focus on learning that pronunciation. And alongside learning the vocabulary, you need to make sure you know how to speak, how to read, how to write, how to listen to, and how to expand your grammatical knowledge, not just know, oh, this goes this, and you can copy and paste phrases. No, you need to know what happens to convey an idea so that you can be confident in what you're saying and saying things that even your teacher didn't teach you. I want you to focus on what skills do you need to have in order to become fluent. And that's exactly what I teach in my courses. I may teach you Spanish, but you are learning the skills that you need in order to learn another language, starting with the romantic languages because they're very similar, but also learning other languages because the rules are similar for most languages. Even sign languages have rules. So learning another sign language, you need to know what you're looking for because in your first language, you don't usually look for the same things. You're not thinking about it actively, okay? So instead of just focusing on vocabulary, you need to know grammar, reading, writing, speaking, listening, and how to pronounce things, okay? All right. So let me know if you need examples on any of these. I'll make another video so I can help you on your journey of becoming a polyglot. And one thing you need to do, this is another tip. One thing you need to do is incorporate those languages word by word, concept by concept into your daily life. What does this look like? Yes, this might look like putting up post-its around your house. This might look like changing one vocabulary word out for the target language word. So go to the cocina and get me some water. Cocina is the kitchen. So instead of saying the word kitchen for the whole week, challenge yourself to replace the word kitchen with the word in the target language, okay? Now, um, this part right here, most people forget it because they think, oh, I do my language learning apps, or I keep my streak, or I do this and this, whatever. You need to practice often. Often isn't even enough practice. You need to practice every single chance you get. Take it to the restaurant. So, like, let's say you're learning Greek. Go to a Greek restaurant. Replace words that you do know for the like replace the English for words you do know in Greek, and then order as much as you can in Greek. Yes, your order might get messed up at first, but then you're gonna remember the next time. Instead of saying, um, "I just want this," make sure I know how to say it. Not only do I know how to order, but I know how to say I don't like onions, or I would like to not have onions on your food. So you'll be able to order specifically what you want. And this is something that you have to practice before you get there. Don't just go there and think, oh, I know this word, this word. No, practice it. Practice in the mirror. Record yourself, even if your voice sounds awful. Make a video, write it down, and then practice it. And speaking of writing, whenever you're taking your notes, get a physical notebook. When you was in school, you probably use the actual physical notebook. Use the physical notebook. That helps your brain to connect what you're learning to what you are thinking. Don't just screenshot the notes if your class is online. Write the notes. Take the screenshot if you must, but write the notes too. There will be a huge improvement. I can always tell the difference between my students who write the notes and my students who just screenshot. I have my requirement is that you write the notes, but sometimes I have students who say, oh, I'm going to take the picture and I'm going to write it later. And then I can tell they never wrote it later because it doesn't pull from their brain in the middle of a pressure situation in our class the same way. If you're in a conversation, you have to be able to pull the word from your brain. So when you physically write it down, you'll be able to pull it faster. Sorry, that was a client. Okay, so I'm gonna give them a call back in a second. So let me go ahead and finish this video, huh? Okay, so the last and most important rule of learning any language, make it fun. If you dread it, if you make it boring, if you get bored and it's not fun, you will not keep going. You're gonna be scared to become bilingual. You're gonna be scared. You're going to be scared to do what you need to do in order to make the growth you want in that target language. So make it fun, make it fun, practice often, include it in your daily life, uh, learn more than the vocabulary. Uh, Here are my notes right here. Be okay with making mistakes. And remember, number one, you are a baby in that language. So be patient with yourself, okay? If you learned anything, I'm the kind of person who don't gatekeep. I want you to learn more languages. The more languages you learn, the more you're able to show up as your full self, as a full business owner, as a full teacher, as a full global community member, so that you can contribute to people who might not even know your language. So if you have a business and you want to expand your clientele, learning another language is one of the best ways to do that, because then you'll be able to take leads in another language, or you can prospect new customers who might not know you and expand into their market because they're going to use their family members as your future customers because they're going to refer you to them. So if you want to get more referrals, learn another language. If you want to take leads, learn another language. If you want your students to have the best results in your class, learn the language they're learning or learn the language they use at home. And if you want to just travel the world, learn more languages. Why? Because breaking those communication barriers makes a difference. Now, my name is Senora Ines of Ines Reviews, where we are connecting comunidades con comunicación. And I want you to go ahead and make sure you are subscribed to this channel, like this video, and if you learned any of these tips, please let me know um, if how it works out for you. But also, if you have more tips to share, share them in the comments, okay? There are people who learn more than one language every day. And I want you to be one of those people. I want you to be boldly bilingual at minimum. At minimum, you should know at least one more language. At minimum, you really should know at least two more languages so you can be trilingual, because it sounds better. You get more job opportunities. Even if you go on the Indeed or what's the other job boards, Monster, whatever those job boards are, even if you go on those, some of the better paying opportunities all say bilingual required. If you want to be a flight attendant or work in a travel and hospitality industry, learning another language opens that opportunity for you. So what are you waiting for? Learn the language. Start now. Don't rely on YouTube University. Get a teacher. That's another tip. That's a bonus tip. You can have that one for free, okay? So learn the language, make the effort, and do not quit, even if you feel like you're not fluent. Be consistent. That's what the apps are good for. If you're going to keep your daily streak, that's what the apps are good for. Being consistent, but being intentional is where fluency really comes from. Okay. So I have a course coming up that um well, I'll be recording some courses coming up, but I teach better when I'm teaching. So if you want to be one of the people I'm teaching in one of these courses that I'm going to record, let me know by visiting my website, www.enesse, the word reviews, reviews.com. That's ENESSEREVIEWS.com. Okay. And you go to that website, or you can follow me at NS Reviews LLC on your favorite social media platform. And if you want to go ahead and hit my money line, then you should go ahead and hit it at 770-695-237. Give me a call. I want to work with you. I want to help you become boldly bilingual at minimum. Okay, let's go ahead and get started.